in any season, it's all about what it takes to go to the next level, and ultimately the next level was making it to the postseason. In Raheem's first year, I felt like the team really gelled. They played hard, and they was in contention, and that's all you can ask for. So I can say in 2025, I expect to see a much, much better Atlanta Falcons football team.
Training camp is where you figure out what type of team you have. You believe it, and you look at it on paper, and you try to fill your needs through free agency and the draft. But it's out here they begin really seeing whether it's all going to coalesce into something special. When you got as many young players as the Falcons do, and guys that they're going to be counting on to make an impact immediately, getting that exposure in camp and figuring out how are we going to bring this guy along in the best way that's going to serve him not just for this season but years to come, that's exactly what you get out of being in these camp practices.
I'm not gonna be here this early, Phil. Hey, man, let's go.
I've been here, but I'm already done with my signing and everything.
Everything? Damn, I knew I should have came here 2 hours earlier.
You got that luggage you want us to take up?
Nah, I'll take it myself.
You sure?
John, rise up.
I brought enough clothes this time. Not gonna lie. I did not bring enough clothes last time.
Yeah, my first training camp, just kind of remember getting thrown in there, not really sure what to expect. A huge learning process, really. And it's just funny how every year has gone by, you get more and more comfortable, and you just keep chipping away and improving a little bit here and there. And before you know, I wake up and I'm in my 12th training camp.
And this one will be year 3.
Yep. Pretty.
One more.
Today being the first day too, you come in and just the excitement, the nerves, I guess you call it butterflies, just like, hey, it's time to go again. And it doesn't matter how long you've been here, you got to pay your dues and put in the work, especially in a time like this with training camp.
And then your partner is in here?
Year 5 back at it, then guy. Woo! Right back in the age. Let's do it.
I think time does a lot. Coming in as a rookie, you just come off of a season and also training for whether you're going to the combine or pro day. For me, it was pro day. So coming off of that, straight into all the pre-draft stuff, then draft, then you get right into another season. From year 1 to year 2, have the perspective that it's just football. You've been playing it your whole life, and the days and the weeks before camp start. As it gets closer, you start to get your mind into a place where you can be focused and be in that mode. It's a lot of mental stuff going on.
This time last year, most of the things that was going through my head was just a lot of excitement. Obviously, living on my dream, always wanting to be in the NFL, and, actually having that time come, it was pretty crazy and surreal, but at the same time, it was a lot of question marks. I figured out real quick, it's still just football, and I truly enjoy every part of it. In my offseason, obviously a lot of training, but going back home, I had a street naming, one of the streets that my family grew up on, in a small town. I did that. I had a kids camp. We had a good outing, about 270 kids out there. Seeing kids looking up to me, wearing my jersey and stuff like that, now it reminds me of my childhood. Like, I used to do the same thing, and it's crazy and surreal to, to be in a position where it's me now, you know, that the kids are looking up to. Because I used to do the same thing with Vic, wearing his cleats, you know, wearing his jersey, stuff like that. And, you know, I never would have thought, like, oh, one day people going to be doing that for me, you know, at that age. So it's crazy to see that, but it's a blessing.
As a rookie, I sat behind Chris Chandler and was able to get invaluable information as to what it took to play quarterback in the National Football League. And sometimes you take those moments for granted when you're sitting in the meeting room and other guys are having discussions, or the starter maybe having discussions, and you just never know what you can take away from that. So the game against Washington, I felt like was a game that, you know, we definitely should have won. That one got away from us. Michael played well and then played well down the stretch. And so I think for the staff and the offensive staff in general, you just wanted to see the guy that you drafted play really well down the stretch, and he did it.
As much as that's the story in the moment in 2024, that it was sort of a news story for 2025 and beyond, which was Michael Penix taking over late in the year, getting his opportunity, not coming in cold this season, but having a few starts under his belt that he can build off of here.
I spent some time in California with the receivers, you know, just trying to get that work in, you know, make sure we get our connection right. And, you know, that was about it. Other than that, it was just a lot of working out and just getting ready for camp. Today, going into my first day of training camp, you know, second year or first day of training camp, you know, it's crazy, you know. Right now my mentality is just to get better each and every day, you know, just stack days, you know, because the season will be here any moment. So just trying to make sure, you know, I build that relationship with the team, you know, build that chemistry with the guys so that whenever we come week one, you know, playing a team in our division, we're ready to go, and we go out there and get a big time win. So.
The thing that stands out to me most about Michael last year was that first start he had at home against the Giants. And, you know, you're a rookie quarterback and it's toughest position on the field, and just the way he handled himself and commanded the huddle, and just for that to be his first showing. And we kind of built something, I think, that is kind of foreshadowing of a lot of success here in the future. And
What's up, y'all?
this guy's the real deal.
First day, man.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Yo.
Tags in here for you.
You know, defenses win championships, and so that's why it's always going to be insurmountable amount of pressure that's going to be put on the defense.
Good job.
You know, whether it's edge rusher, whether it's safety, whether it's defensive line, whether it's corner. You know, you got to have those marquee pieces in place, and you can score as many points as you want. But if you can't stop anybody, it's just not going to go well. I think the needs was addressed. I know Raheem, being a defensive guy, understands the importance of what it takes to win in the National Football League, and this team will be ultra competitive this year.
Rise up, yes sir. Rise up, baby, rise up.
Ooh, it's fun out today.
To put it in one word, I'll just say grind. We're staying in dorms, so no distractions. We just come here to work, and that's that. We just want to improve every day.
I think it just takes it back to like the dog days when you're playing football. Like you take away all the luxuries of anything else. All the focus is strictly football. So you're going from practice meetings to the dorms, practice meetings, dorm, and it becomes this routine, this repetitive routine that becomes your life.
Everything good? You have a good break? Yes, sir. All right, man. It's time to go. Time to go, brother. Come on. Time to go.
I think that it starts out with just what's going to happen with those young edge rushers. You trade up to get James Pierce after taking Jalen Walker, but those guys competing and how the rush group comes together, it's a really big deal for the Falcons, because you can go back past 4 or 5 years since Terry Fontenot got here, and the perpetual narrative has been, how are they going to get pass rush? When are they going to get a pass rush?
Stay walk.
I think they're much better defensively. I feel like what Jeff Ulbrich, just knowing Jeff,
I think the players will back him up. They really believe in what he's doing. Remember, James, make everything hard as on yourself. Make it hard. So on Sundays, it's easy, you know?
Rushing the pass is like playing basketball, you know? You got to be a team up front. So that's basically what we getting used to doing, playing with each other up front.
I think we got some proven, outstanding vets on the defensive side. And then I think with the quality of the draft we had this year, I think you'll be able to see the whole roster elevate itself to a different level. So I'm excited about where we are.
I hate to say stuff early because like you just said, we got to go out there and do it. But I mean, the defense has changed, man. The mentality's changed. Like they're more aggressive. They're playing for each other. They're, everything that Brick says to them, like they listen and they do it. It makes us happy. Obviously, some practices I'd be getting pissed off. We're trying to break everything all the time as an offense, and we're trying to create these explosives in the run game and the pass game.
Good TQ. Good.
We're playing football, and we're going against each other every day. It's hot, it's physical, and sometimes the temperature goes up, but after that, it stays on the field.
They're so energetic, and if they make a big play, they're gonna make it known. They're gonna come to your face, they're gonna, yeah, we here, just get excited, and we want them to be like that. We want them to set that edge, have that edge, because we're gonna bring it on our side, so they bring it on their side too. We'll be a hard team to stop.
This is football. It's about physicality. It's about dominating the trenches. You see who won the Super Bowl last year and how they did it, and it was in the trenches. And at the end of the day, that's the engine of the team. That's what makes it go. That's how you win the game. Flashy players can get you wins every now and then, but those big, strong, edgy guys in the interior, that's what wins you championships game after game after game. So having those types of guys is awesome.
We've said bolster our defensive line, and that's gonna be a challenge every day for us as an offensive line, and we're excited for that. You want really good players on your team, and especially going against them every day in practice, it's only going to make each other better, make the team better in general. And I'm excited for that. I mean, we got 2 first-round picks at defensive end, and I may be 11 years older than them, but I'm excited for the challenge. I feel confident and ready to go.
Damn, who are you? I dare you to stop me. Who is this guy? I dare you to stop me in a run game.
These first 2 weeks of camp, I expect it to be competition, a lot of getting after it, and really good players on the defensive line going against really good players on the offensive line, and just an opportunity to keep honing in on your skill and preparing yourself for week 1 when it's really going to count.
Finish, Katie. Finish, boy.
You continue to build on both sides of the ball. Competition each and every day is going to be mounted. Iron gonna sharpen iron, men gonna sharpen men, and that's what's most important. So now you get the competition aspect of it, where guys are making each other better each and every day and getting ready for 4 quarters of football.
Fans bring an amazing energy. And I've never seen anything like it, to be honest. Bijan made a juke move on the sideline. I heard the whole crowd go, ooh. I thought I was at a game.
They opened the gate, so all the fans would come in, and I was kind of I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous when I saw them out there. Even though I played games in front of thousands of people, I definitely felt the pressure. But as the days went on, I started feeding off their energy and making some plays. And after I was making plays, I was looking up there. I was like, they're with us. There's just some Falcons too. Let's do this thing.
You've got some young veterans who seem like they're on the precipice of maybe being able to break through. Guys like Kyle Pitts, who it's been a couple of really tough years for him from a production standpoint. The guy I saw out here today looks pretty good.
Got KP the ball today. There's going to be a lot of that. He's been working hard. He's had a great summer. It's been great, man, just connecting with him, not just on the field, but off the field as well. I feel like that's been good, and that's going to help translate on the field. So.
First down! First down!
Yeah, the vibes are always up in the receiver room. Every day we show up.
Hey, I'm talking about Case! Yeah, Case!
We always have energy in there, and we're always having fun. I think that's the biggest thing. As the routine goes on and day start to become kind of the same and it kind of feels like you're doing the same thing. I think it's important that you have fun with it.
He's on. That motherfucker was going through that like, man, that's crazy. I watched that like 10 times. I was like, what the No, I tell you every time, but open field tackle, I lie to myself every day, I'm finna get you.
With Mooney's injury, how have you already seen other receivers kind of step up and be like, okay, look at me now then?
You know, we're trying to see what guys can do and how they can help. It's unfortunate that Moon's not here, but, you know, whenever he gets back, we'll obviously plug and play with him. But, you know, we have a number of young guys that have been working here, done some really, really good things. So we'll continue to chart the growth and we'll see how this thing pans out.
You know, in college, high school, whatever it has been, I've always been the underdog. So I've kind of embraced the next man up challenge. It's not like something happens and then you're like, oh, then now I got to next man up. Like that's just kind of how I do things day in and day out. So the routine stays the same, and I just try to stay ready for the opportunity when it presents itself.
Case, you playing fast, bro. Playing fast.
Appreciate that.
I like that.
That's the biggest thing I need to work on right now.
I was worried about like you picking up all the playbook stuff by yourself, but like you've done such a good job of that. Now it's just focusing on all the details of it. Got a little bit extra opportunity, obviously with Mooney being out, but like I couldn't be more excited about where you're going. So I appreciate that. You've done such a good job.
Thank you, coach.
I think anytime you get to, you know, strap it up and play a game under the lights is another opportunity for you to prove yourself and to prove your worth and to prove why you should be here. For me, like I said, practice is a game to me. Like everything I approach with this is the same intention every time. So when I play a game or that I play a practice, anytime I'm strapping up the cleats, putting on the helmet, I consider it a blessing to be able to do it. So I come with the same energy every time.
We with you. We with you. We with you. What y'all know about this one? You vibe with me. And we hit the field like, what y'all know about that? Okay. And we hit the field like, and it's all day like, turn me on all night like, and it's all like, and it's all like, and it's all like.
God, I just want to say thank you for this day, for this moment, for this opportunity.
Anytime you get a chance to play, I mean, that's what we want to do, right? This stuff is great, and it's part of it, but you want to go out there and play, and you understand it's preseason. It's not necessarily, you know, you're not putting a game plan together and doing all of it, but to get a chance to, you know, to tee it up and keep score and all that stuff, it's a lot of fun.
And here's Hooker, and the ball is out. Hooker trying to pick it up, fumbled it away, and Atlanta has come up with it.
Looks like Brandon Dorless West got it raked out of there.
And then D. Alford recovered it. And Detroit has turned it over on the third down play. Lenny Krieg, the best is 52. This is 56-ish. Snap spot, middle of the field kick by Krieg. And Lenny Krieg bangs it home. Or second and 8, ball at the 11 after the 2-yard run. Here's Hooker from the pocket. He got batted out and recovered by Atlanta.
It's like Ebiketie.
Ebiketie. Arnold Ebiketie, I saw the 7 rake down on Hendon Hooker. My goodness. Atlanta has forced yet another turnover in this first half. Stick in the gun. Detroit bringing 5. He'll loop for Blair. Caught it! Touchdown Atlanta! And a flag's thrown. How about Chris Blair?
Yeah, baby. Tuck your
At this point, per New York, this game is suspended.
I think it's important that we say how grateful we are that Maurice Norris from the Lions is good.
You always want to fight and compete hard, but you never want to see a guy injured in that kind of manner. And it puts different perspective, I think, on the game. And also on players that, you know what, yeah, these guys play a really physical game. They're playing at the elite level, but you never want to see a guy go through what Maurice Norris had to go through, or DeMar Hamlin, because it's way bigger than football.
You know, hard to play any game after, seeing, I call him my brother as well, just to be playing football, NFL brother. It's hard playing a game, seeing a guy go down like that.
Before that at this point, but just for you were having a great game, having a good, good showing out there. Just how'd you feel about how you went out there?
I feel like I put my best foot forward out there today. I was off for a whole year, so that's all I could think about from the moment of injury is getting back out there again and just playing out there today, making a few plays, being out there with my brothers.
I think number one, I wanted to see what this defense was capable of. Rick talks about the ball as oxygen. We talked about it last week. We talked about what they want to do, and I thought we saw that was evident. Like, they took the ball away a couple times. They got to the quarterback. Guys were flying around. Guys were punching the ball out.
So that's one preseason game this year under their belt. How much better do they get now that they know, okay, this is the speed of the NFL. This is what I have to do. I got locked up a couple of times. How do I adjust?
A lot of powerful lessons to be learned in that game. We start out pretty fast and we start out well, and we got to learn in those moments that you got to reset, like good play, bad play, indifferent play, good quarter, bad quarter, good half, bad half. Like, it doesn't matter. The next play is all that matters.
Joint practices are always really interesting. It almost has a kind of a simulated game feel. You've been going against your teammates for a couple of weeks now.
I feel like we get tired of hitting each other, so being able to hit somebody else is great. Also getting another look from another team.
It's fun to come out here and see the Tennessee Titans, who give us a different look scheme-wise, have a really great player in Jeffrey Simmons and a bunch of good guys on the back end. So I think it's a great test for us, So we relish this competition, we relish the moment, and I think it's been good for us.
Good to go. Hey, good day, y'all straight? Mental day tomorrow. Make sure we on top for Friday, bro. Other than that, love y'all boys. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
These are the things that I really love. The highly competitive, going against a different color, going against different, skill sets, different schemes. Getting a chance to match up your guys with those guys. Just getting a chance to see this young quarterback that they have go out there and play against our defense.
Here's a straight drop by Allen. He'll cut it loose. It's intercepted. Picked off Natron Brooks. Looking for room at the near side. 30 down to the 26 of the Titans. Brandon Allen cut that joker loose, and Natron Brooks was right there to catch it. Stick, hands to Carter. Look at Carter! 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Atlanta. Nathan Carter, who runs a 40 and 4.4, took about 7 strides, and the next thing you know, he's all by himself in the secondary.
Fierce running style. He's hard to get down to the ground. He showed it a couple times tonight. He carries the ball, and we're very fired up to have him. He runs really tough. He's a hard tackle. There's no doubt about that. To see him break out today versus another tough look, and he broke the line of scrimmage, able to get out of there and show his speed. He's one of those young players, man, that's just fighting for a spot in his roster.
Snap to stick, looking left. Down for Blair in stride. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Another Easton stick to Chris Blair connection for a Falcon touchdown here in the preseason.
Watch out. You know, Terry's got some tough decisions, man. I hate to be him, but that's a good problem, right? Got a bunch of guys that go out there and play really hard, and we'll make those decisions together, obviously, like we always do. And we'll always think about the team and what makes us better.
Take every opportunity and try to make the most of it. This is especially in our room. It's a lot of competition. You got great wide receivers, and the main thing, you just want to show the coaches that you know where to line, where to sign, and that you can go out and make plays as well. And I know at the end of the day, this is not only a job interview for the Falcons, but for all 32 in the league.
The mentality stays the same. This is the game, this is the business that, since day one, since I was 5 years old, I always had aspirations to make it here. And I do understand that there are cuts, and it sucks because guys' dreams get cut short. Some guys get to play on other teams, and it's just part of the business. I don't want to make that sound, light, but it's the game that, I signed up for. So for me, it's not something that, I really keep my focus on. Even if it was a position that, God forbid, I end up in a position like that, I always like to think of the glass half full. For me, it's just showing up every day, doing the same things day in and day out, keeping my routine consistent, and seeing what I can do on the field.
Playing offensive line, it's a pretty interesting job because you got 5 guys trying to work together. You really are. You got to be on the same page. It's a special position. We're out there every play and usually don't get noticed unless we do something bad. I think the thing I can say first and foremost about our group is we take a lot of pride in what we do and making sure our playmakers are able to get out there and look good, because when they look good, we feel like we did a pretty good job.
Unfortunately, as it's Wednesday, August 20th, 3:50 p.m. after practice, we got to talk about some big news that happened first. Taryn, you want to walk us through that?
The Falcons starting right tackle, Caleb McGarry, was carted off during practice.
When you see a situation like that with a starter, somebody who signed a contract extension not too long ago is part of the team's future, has been since he's been here, it's really hard to take, and that is certainly something you do not want to see in camp, in the preseason at all, frankly, and it's what teams try to avoid.
Just like any challenge, it's an opportunity, and so injuries are the same way. When you have injuries at a particular spot, then you're going to have players in-house in different roles, and it's going to be opportunities for those players to show different levels of value that they might not have those opportunities before. Also, it's an opportunity for us to look outside the building and bring players in and build depth at that spot.
this is the time of year when you've got some players on the bubble. People are debating who should make it, who shouldn't. The regular season is right around the corner, so they got to figure out some answers to some of the questions that just popped up. One more preseason game to do that. Friday night, 8 p.m. Dallas Cowboys.
It's tough. We talk about the receiver position. Mooney missed time in training camp, but then you see all the competition that we had at receiver, the amount of guys that stepped up, whether we're talking about Casey Washington, Seals, Drummond and Blair, two of the leaders in the preseason in terms of statistics. And it's not just about getting open and catching the ball. It's about the way they block in the run game, the versatility and intelligence and the ability to line up at different spots. You know, you look at an area that we really focused on through the offseason was special teams. And it's cool to see them the way they develop through the offseason, whether we're talking about Felipe.
5 leaping and scoring the Atlanta touchdown.
Or Mike Ford, and they got opportunities during the preseason to go show what they can do in the kicking game, and they excelled. Or even guys that have been here like D'Angelo Malone. Again, like those guys bring something specific to the kicking game, and we love even our frontline guys. Everybody contributes to special teams.
Good. Good job, Brooks. Here we go, huddle up. I'm telling you, hey, be ready to go. Week 1.
You had some frontline guys on defense play. We had some guys play, and you did some different things, and we had some special teams guys play. Offensively, we didn't do that. The cool thing about our offense right now is when you talk about cohesiveness, and going into this offseason, our entire offense, we're bringing everybody back.
I'm telling you, bro, game day, I'm not missing. Yeah.
You know, seeing them continue to grow has been really fun to watch. And so we put a lot of emphasis on that through the offseason.
You always want to improve every single year, and you want to improve as a leader, obviously as a player on the field, and you know, you want to continue to get more and more dominant as you continue to grow in this league. And you know, when I'm on that field, like thinking like, man, you got to be unstoppable and just be the best player on the field every single time you step on the field. That's where I'm at.
Get that NFC South title and make a playoff run like that. That's the goal. Anything less than that isn't good enough. Still keep the perspective, hey, I can only work and control today, so let's take each day of camp, and once we get to the regular season, each game one at a time, and those bigger goals will come.
One day at a time. I feel like we always have big goals, Super Bowls, a goal for everybody, but focus on that next day, come to work every day.
For now, I think it's just all about, you know, us having that mindset of what we want to be this year.
Change don't happen overnight. There's countless hours of work that goes into preparation and winning football games and being a part of that. You know, I respect the process.
Gotta have it! Gotta have it! Good job. Get off guard!
Better job, King.
At the end of the day, I want this to be a special group, and I believe it can be a special group. I see just the talent that's on this defense right now.
Get off! Finish two, guard! Get out, stay! Turn around, guard!
You know, the most I've seen since I've been here, so I just want us to put it together and go crazy and have fun and play with that heart, play with that mind, play with that fist, execute at a high level.
Why shouldn't this be a playoff type team in 2025? At the same time, with that pressure and expectation, potentially could come some people meeting that moment. And so if you're a Falcons fan, there's a lot to be excited about to find out, can all these disparate pieces, all these young guys that we really haven't seen yet, can they come together and turn this into something special?
The physical component of what we're seeing out there with the players, with the coaches, you don't just believe in the schematic part of it or the physical part, but you believe in the personal part of it too, and the guys that they are. So extremely excited about where we are. Again, we just got to go out and prove it.
Go ahead and just do what y'all been doing your whole life, and that's make plays. That's why you win this circle right here. You a playmaker, so go out here and make plays. Playmakers on 3, 1, 2,